Okay, let's do one more open read. See if we can figure out what Tarot is telling us today. So the one I just did, it took a while to try to figure out what it was talking about, but I think it was about the money manipulation of the markets. But let's go ahead and pull cards here. And I'm going to pull 18 cards, and then we'll look at them together and see if we can figure out what the story is today. What is the story? Now, why do I have that thing playing? From Bye Bye Birdie, where they're doing the conversation on the phone. Have you heard? Mockingbird. Oh, mercy. Why did that pop in? The communications, the scuttlebutt, yeah. All the gossip. Okay, so underneath of it all is something, choices being made, coming to a point of maybe not knowing truth, being blind to it, being blind to truth, not seeing, okay? So let's see what we have here. So the reading's about, okay. The High Priestess, what's being hidden? What's being hidden? So let's go ahead and pull our extra card and see what are they trying to hide? What is there not being seen? An agreement, okay, coming together in an agreement, okay. So what's hidden is about coming together in an agreement. When it comes to the wealth, when it comes to the power, the wealth, hidden agreement. Let me move these over so I can put these out so I can look at them later. By the wealthy. Hidden agreement by the wealthy. When it comes to this difficult time that we're going through, okay, the fight, the continued push. An agreement by the wealthy when it comes to this continued push that we're dealing with. So energy coming into it is about wanting to move to a better place. The ideations about how to move things to better happening for democracy. There are some wealthy people looking at this, and again, the things being overturned, the things being hung up, okay? So the struggle, the difficulty pushing through with things being overturned, the wealthy looking at democracy, underneath of it all, the hidden agreements about how to go forward, okay? So apparently there's a lot of concern with what's taking place, democracy, etc. So what's going on today? It's about that abuse of power, just feeling like, this has been a tough fight. Okay? This abuse of power when it comes to trying to hold on, okay? The greed, the drama, just, again, holding tight, gathering the things together, and looking at this attempts by Trump to put in a dark government, okay? So the abuse of power, they're trying to manipulate all this stuff and hang on to it for themselves, the wealthy, and this dark government that Trumpenstein is trying to implement. The challenge is, his craziness, the instability, the craziness of Trumpenstein, and this fight for truth, trying to, again, move things forward to get to some truth with things and end. Some of this stuff needs to end. But it could be also the fight for truth with some of the things he's trying to end, that Trumpenstein is trying to end. Okay? The craziness. Potential outcome is, figuring out the next move. Where do we go from here? What action needs to be taken when it comes to bringing in something new, grounded happenings, bringing in something new, a new start, when it comes to just putting out the absolute truth, holding and standing in truth, okay? The fight for truth. Extra information, it's about light being shed. When it comes to this message about the grounded happenings, light on the grounded happenings, what's taking place, and about tempering some of this nonsense, okay? How to temper some of these new things that are coming out. Okay, so let's go ahead and break this down. Let me move these out so I can see what we have here. So, a secret, hidden agreement when it comes to figuring out the next move of standing for truth in the struggle, okay? So what is the absolute truth that's going to come out? The center of it is about that hanging on, just hanging on to everything, trying to figure a way to go forward, to end some of the drama that he's doing, that he's not willing to see anything. He's just, again, grasping this stuff and hanging on that he knows and nobody else knows. His craziness with the things he's upending, okay, these restrictions, the things, when it comes to this difficult abuse of power with implementing this dark government and democracy, the message of the fight of truth for democracy, okay? So when it comes to democracy, the wealthy are hanging on, hanging on to their drama. When it comes to an agreement about the dark government, the push through when it comes to the abuse of power and how to move forward when things are being overturned endlessly. The message, of more information about new things implemented that he's hanging on to, wanting to end some of his insanity, craziness, figuring out the next move when it comes to this dark government and the abuse of power that he continues just to stand there and put out, okay? This fight, this, So it's about, again, this struggle that they're having. Now it just feels like the wealthy, they're concerned with their wealth, hanging on, but some of his abuse of power, they want to end because it is, crashing some of their things. Now it's up and down. He's given them insider trading stuff to try to maybe make up for the losses they're having with the tariffs and all the drama. But just his instability is what it looks like. It's talking about his instability. And they are not feeling secure with the government, with democracy now because of the things that Trumpenstein is doing. A lot of insecurity with the wealthy. Now they had voted for him, but they're really not happy with the fluctuations of the market and the things he's doing. So they're feeling unstable. So let's go ahead and do the extra read and see. Yeah, it's about what's being handed out. Okay? Handed out or not being handed out, as the case may be, when it comes to this standing there and just doing what he's going to do. But the truth, absolute truth of what's being handed out and what's being built. Okay, what's coming along, what's coming out of this. So the truth about what's being handed out, they want to get to a better place. Yeah, they're feeling instability with what he's doing with the markets. Okay, the manipulations of it. Okay, the manipulations of what's being built. Up and down, new information coming out. New truth is coming out. When it comes to the wheel is turning on this. When it comes to figuring out a way to go forward. And wanting to end this manipulation that he continues to try to put into place, the tariffs, the drama. They want to end that because it's just crazy town. Yeah, the message about the monetary things and all of the stuff he's doing. They're looking deeper, investigating. When it comes to the White House, what's being done, the actions being done, how it's affecting families, etc. And we're back to this again, not seeing where this is going, okay? That the Trump doesn't know what he's doing, okay? Basically, the White House is not seeing the manipulations and what he's building, okay, and the endings that are coming because of it. So they're looking at the families, the drama, okay, investigating deeper on how to move this forward to a better place. And they're going to maybe again come out with some new truth when it comes to his messages about tariffs, etc., manipulating the financial markets that are going on. Okay, so the wealthy are concerned, they want to hang on to their wealth, but they're just feeling more like the instability of everything, that Trump says he knows what he's doing, but he doesn't know what he's doing. And so they are feeling the pain of that and concern for, not as much of concern for the people as how it affects their businesses, etc., going forward with his tariffs and his money market manipulations, etc. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.